Hello. Good evening. Another wonderful Tuesday evening. Gonna be a much more chill stream than normal. Gonna be putting my hand at doing some art on stream. Figured I'd give some variety content a shot, not just always be playing video games, especially since, you know, this is something I do. Not to mention there's actually some things I need to catch up on, so why not go ahead and stream it? So I of course am dressed in my usual arting attire. I always wear this when I do art, always, period. And my, you know, wizard art brush thingy. That takes the form of a computer mouse. It's a lot less grand than it appears. But yeah. Might actually put this music down a little bit because I don't feel like talking particularly loud today. So alright. So, what is on the docket today? Well, I think I want to start off with, I think I have some thumbnails I need to catch up on. Make sure where I'm at with those, because I'm starting to fall behind again, just like I did before I moved to YouTube for a bit. Oh yeah, I also forgot to post that this live. I should. All right. So let me have a look here. How am I compared to... I know I need to make a thumbnail for 3D Dot Game Heroes, and I need to make one for Dark Souls 3. I've generally gotten into the routine of I just make one thumbnail for each series, which then I just update the number on for the whole thing. I used to try to do a unique thumbnail for each and every stream, but that was getting really goddamn tedious, especially with trying to come up with ideas of anything to put there. So I don't do that anymore. I just do one per series now, and usually that means I put a decent amount of effort into it. Occasionally I just slap one together because it needs it, like I did with Dark Souls 2. I just pulled together the some of the art and then the drawing of me that had already been done and slapped it on there and called it a day. But we won't be engaging in any of that today. So I think, yeah, that's where we're going to start off here. So I started 3D Dot Game Heroes first, so I should start with that thumbnail first. Alright, so I usually start by just pulling out a previously done thumbnail of some variety. Really just because it has the dimensions right, and the correct font and everything on the number and all that. So here, go ahead and open the thumbnail for Return of the Obra Dinn. This was one that I actually kind of went lazy on because I just used art of me that was already done. Like that's just one of my faces. That's just this. And then I applied a filter to it to make it sort of fit in. I mean, I'm fine with it. I think it looks alright. It does what it needs to. Obra Dinn was a fun game. Wish that I could play it again. But it's not the sort of game you can really do a second playthrough of and still get the same experience, unfortunately. Which means, I guess, what I really want is for Lucas Pope to make another one. Okay, 3D dot game here. So what I normally do is I look up the I normally just make it off of the box art, and I just draw myself over a character on it, usually the main character. It leads to some absolutely horrific like off-model versions of me. Like, yeah, exactly. I was actually gonna see if I could pull up a good example here. Because like there's, I mean, we can always start with classic here. The Mega Man 1 North American box art there. I wound up using that for the thumbnail, and that's already cursed enough. But I was also kind of intentionally making it look a little more derpy, just because, I mean, look at that. Just clearly designed by someone who had no idea what that game was. But yeah, no. But then there's, like, the Mega Man 2 box art, which, I mean, it's more competently done, I would say. And looks kind of weird there, but whatever. And that wound up with that, which in itself is still pretty goddamn cursed. Although I think my favorite in the realm of that, I mean, there's always Mega Man ones, like the one for 9. Like, that's pretty goddamn, like, what is that? He has shoulders. Why do I have shoulders? Like Mega Man 10, or moving away from the Mega Man, there is that one. Yeah, Typing of the Dead, where I not only have it off-model and cursed as fuck, but it also looks horrifically bad. Like, I have one shoulder, and then where my other shoulder should be, it just goes into my neck. Because, you know, what is... what is correct anatomy? I mean, for me, I suppose there's no such thing. Goddamn cartoon wizard bear. Alright, so... I always try my best to find, like, a clean version of the box art that doesn't have a logo on it, so that I can place the logo where I want it to be. but with some more obscure games like 3D Game Heroes, that's a bit harder of a thing to find. And obviously I never copy or do anything with like someone's existing thumbnail, because that would just be stupid. Do my best to make sure that these are as close to original works as possible. That being said, possible that I might have to resort to using like an in-game screenshot. I could... No, that's a thought. I could look over the VOD and see if there's a good angle anywhere. When did I play that? This one? Oh, that's Dark Souls 2 stream. You? Yeah, there we go. Apologies, I can't actually show this easily without like doing a whole screen share, which I don't really want to do. So unfortunately, you just got to deal with me mumbling to myself. What about when I get to one of the bosses? That gives out of the character. Not exactly in the most thrilling of circumstances or lighting. But you know what? It'll work. But then again, I won't have anything to draw over here. Maybe it's better looking. I don't know. Because here's the thing. Like, this is the box art. Even if I could, I cannot find a clean version of this box art without the logo and the PlayStation stuff. So I'm gonna have to improvise somehow. That's a thought. They have loading screen arts in this game. Maybe I can find... Surely somebody has a gallery of that. Surely someone has a gallery of that that's in an image format and not a video. Surely. Surely someone has a gallery of those that's not a video and isn't covered in watermarks. Surely. one has just the loading screen arts. The video of them, God's sake. Well, oh, some of these definitely have possibilities. Again, I wish I could just show it, but I'm not doing full screen share. You know what? That one's workable. Let's pick that one. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fit it nice and snug. Then frame there. Best part is I can pull this down. Background is white. I mean, I can fix this. That's no problem. And then just slap down some white there. Not quite. There we go. Easy peasy. Don't panic, Station. It is fixed. Don't panic. All right, and then I have the logo, because I always have the logo in the bottom left of my stream. So I have a nice transparent version of the logo there. And I have something else planned after I get thumbnails done. I just decided that it would be a good idea to start with this just to kind of ease myself into this, and I mean, it's something I needed to get done anyway. Slap old logo in the corner. I generally don't like putting anything in the bottom right corner, because that's where, like, things saying how much time is in an episode or something will go. So this ends up being the arrangement for a lot of thumbnails. Now the real question is, what's the best way to bring me into this? Because using the art like this is all fine and dandy for any thumbnail, but it's got to be a thumbnail to show that it's my stream. So you can always just, you know, like, always just, you know, kind of like that, and then I always like I always give myself like the droopy sword. Something like that. Oh no, it's droopy. Like, have you ever looked at my thumbnails? Hell, have you ever looked at... Have you ever looked at my actual sword that I bring out on streams? This thing is plastic. And not very good plastic either. Like, I think it got left in the car the day I bought it. So anyway. Now the question is, do I want to painstakingly attempt to try to maintain the whole block aspect? Like, this is actually kind of reminding me of a character I used to do comics of in high school. Oh boy, is it time for me to tangent? Let's tangent. So, this blocky design here, let me just pull up a new one. Hey Jiro, how's it going? Yeah, no, this, so like, there was a character I used to draw a lot in high school. He was a robot, basically made of blocks. So just like... kind of like this. And then he'd be like... at the spindly limbs. Obviously, I'd put a little more effort into it than this. But this is basically how he was. Got a little big antenna coming out there. And then basically like that. I still draw faces like this, as you can see. That's basically me. This character's name was... Oh, it's a bit loud. Let me turn it down then. It's hard to tell when I'm trying to keep music quiet. I haven't ever tried to have just an ambient before, but thank you. This guy's name was Gunter. And he was kind of, he was very specifically designed so that I could just draw him quickly in a bunch of different ways. So very simple design and very, like, movable arms, stuff like that. I still try to go for things like that today just because when you get into detail, I'm no good. I like drawing things that are quick to the point and get the point across. But, I won't tangent too much on him. I could talk for forever about the old stupid bull crap I used to draw. Like, this guy. Kind of downward facing ears, full round body, like a lot like me. These kind of just kind of circle limbs. He had this kind of fur tuft there, and a big ol' kind of like that, and that kind of like you're drawing tails or something. too big ahoge. And then and absolutely done with your bullshit face. I didn't never have a set name for this guy, unfortunately. I had a whole idea for something that I could do with him, but like a lot of my ideas, they never actually came to anything. Kind of let them sit by. It was a while I wanted to do comics. But well, thank you. I have to put my beret on for when I do art. Otherwise, I just can't get inspired. The mustache and goatee are important as well for various other reasons. True artists will understand. So, okay. Let's have a look-see here. Do I want to try to maintain the block look is the big question. And that might be difficult. I mean, I suppose I could instead of drawing, I could go just use a goddamn line tool. Or I could just say, that's fine. You just have to find, you have to find it within yourself to grow the mustache and goatee. As soon as you find that ability, you can art. Trust me, I'm definitely a professional artist. All right. Now I'm just sitting here really questioning how I'm going to do this. That was always going to be the trouble with this. So if it's like, hell, maybe I should just kind of draw like, kind of like draw my old dude, except it's gonna wind up being me in a block form. That could work. A little too wide. Where's there? God, I'm so good at drawing straight lines, guys. I mean, I am using a mouse. So much I can do. And since, you know, I am a crazy person who works on one layer, so we just that. Then, oh right, professionalism, to switch off of the transparency in order to continue to draw. What a goddamn concept. Hey, I mean, the warning's right there in the bottom left. Do not expect greatness, only shenanigans. Okay. And then, yeah, we just... Before we do that, we need a muzzle here. I'm looking kind of like Cubert. It'll help if I close. Excuse me, yeah, close the muzzle off. Ah, there we go. I can't really do the 3D-ness on the nose. So that'll have to do. Yeah, angy brows. Yeah, side of the muzzle, just like my mouth actually is. Can't forget patch on the front. Path. How do I draw a square wizard? Like that. Yeah, kind of like that, I think. All right, and then field. That's just gonna be a nice square. And yeah, my good old standby for a sword. Except it'll be all squarey. Look how great that looks. I mean, the dude in the picture's not holding it either. It's just kind of there. So let's be real. Rap. 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 There we go. That's about right. Now we hide that away so we can make sure it looks okay by itself. The nose is not going to be very well defined, but hey. Now we do the colors. Nice easy time here because I go real goddamn lazy with this. Where is me? Copy some colors. Bada bing, bada boom. These lines are thick enough that fill will work beautifully. Except for a few bits to go in and add up. It's nice and easy. Ah, the wonders of only using flat colors. I don't even need the color for the underside of my hat's brim. Then a bit yellow. Tilt. And gray with that little bluish gray in the middle. Where we just like that. There we go. That's about all I need, I think. I mean, it's a thumbnail. It gets the point across. And everything fits nicely. You can see it. It's a thing of beauty. Ship it. 3D game. My folders never get named appropriately. I always save in both Clip Studio and PNG because if I need to change something, then I have the Clip Studio format right there. And I save it for every goddamn one because I'm a psychopath. And when I get a new thumbnail done, I always just by default make 5 of them. Not all series last for 5 streams. Some last for much more. This at least gives me a starting point here. Through number 5. We can move on to the Dark Souls 3 thumbnail. Which, let's just back to 1. No. Oh wait, that's the PNG. What am I doing? Being stupid, that's what I'm doing. There is... Well, right, it's under T. For thumb. Okay. And now... Bada bing, bada boom. Get rid of it all. Start fresh. What does Dark Souls 3's box art look like? Hopefully I can find a clean version of that. Oh, right. The guy with the armor doing the, like, sand is falling through his hands, except it looks like he's giving a thumbs up. Right. I mean, I've done thumbs up before. This might work. No, that's gonna be too small. And I swear, once we're done with thumbnails, we will move on from me tracing myself over things. I actually have an original thing that I plan on making tonight that I was inspired by one of Randon's streams to make. I just need to get this done first because this is work I've fallen behind on. I need to upload VODs too. Like, last thing I uploaded was, oh gosh, an episode of Oblivion. I didn't even play that last weekend. So I'm like a full week behind on uploading VODs. That's fun. Okay, there's gotta be a nice clean version of this art that's big enough for me. I want to use the one with the guy that looks like he's doing a thumbs up. That's the art I want to use. I don't want to use the other art where the dude's just standing there. I'm sitting here scrolling through Google Images with my left hand in a thumbs up like some kind of idiot. Does anyone have this image in an actual size? Hello? I guess I'm just gonna have to work with that one. The best I can get. As far as ones that are clean. Oh, fucking blurry does it get. Ugh. Oh, that's unacceptable. There we go. That's a much better one. It fits perfectly, doesn't it? Shoot. Alright, where are my logos? Dark Souls. The Dark Souls 3 logo is hard to find because it is an entirely black logo and my system files are all black. Oh. Is it a web? It's a WebP. I gotta fucking convert it first. Ah! Why can't you just understand WebP, Clip Studio? All the cool kids recognize WebP. Alright. Dark Souls 3. So obviously we're gonna downscale the logo a bit. Duh. That is... Hello? Okay. Good. Gravy. Why is this logo so big? It could just go right there. I could actually make it a little bigger. Kind of like... Well, it still needs to be away from the bottom corner. We give it a border. Yes. What is this? What are you? I will admit I don't entirely know how to drive this car and all of its features. But that looks all right. Okay, let's go ahead and hide those. Time to draw another stupid bear. Who's with me? Okay. It's gonna be really, really off model. So normally don't draw myself looking to the right. A little too flat. I will sit here and draw my goddamn muzzle 20 goddamn times before I get something right. Oh, but Vite, what was wrong with that one? I don't know. The feng shui was off. But you could just, you know, edit one that you put down that has slight problems. I know that, but I want to put the line down right first try. I'm really goddamn picky when it comes to that, for absolutely no good reason. Hey, Zaku, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. You've, come across me making thumbnails for VODs. How was your stream? What were you doing? Why can't I draw an oval? Because you're incompetent at art, right? Hey. Monster Hunter Stories 2. Ooh, I've been considering playing that. I need to get it first, and in order to get it, I need to have money, and in order to have money, I have to have a job, but, you know, once all that's taken care of... So how's that going for you? You, hunting some monster stories successfully? You know what, this'll work. Fill in that dumb cartoon nose of yours, Vite. But anyway, just started since you haven't played. Alright, cool. Well, I hope that goes good for you. Yeah, so just to reiterate, I am working on some thumbnails that I've fallen behind on. Afterwards, I'm going to be switching over to making a wholly original piece of art, because my whole shtick on my thumbnails is I do a rather lazy and hastily done trace over on the box art with me on it. So I think the goal, frankly, is for me to be hilariously off-model and cursed looking. So kind of like... Yeah, that actually wound up pretty alright for my standards. Go ahead and, since I've always felt like it looks like he's doing a thumbs up, we'll do a nice little thumbs up there. And we get the body done. Bring it in a little more. Not very fat. Rather slender armor, actually. Okay, so, that's basically gonna be the, go ahead and see how that looks. Oh, yeah. Yes! What is this? What is this? Twitch, don't look. It's a leg, I swear. Let's move that off screen right now. Okay, so... Just nice somber look. Be looking at his hands like, why the fuck am I doing a thumbs up? Then we need the hat. The hat is going to be, by comparison, quite tiny. Oh, it needs to more in. There we go. Up. It comes down somewhere over there. Oh, right. I need my, how is this guy's torso even? It's just kind of like... kind of like that. God, that looks so wrong. But it's a leg. It's a leg, I swear. Maybe it'll be better if I get rid of the lower line. Only slightly. But you know what? That'll do. I also need... Yeah, I need, like, kind of the remnants of a sword in this one, too. So... I'm not going to be able to do the whole floppy sword that I usually do, but... it'll at least be there. And then... let's get some colors. See, the best part about the way I do this is, once I get the line art done, I'm almost done. Because colors... oh god, wrong one. You don't need to look more naked than you already did there, Vite. Okay, is there anywhere that needs more filling in, or did the fill tool get it all? Fill tool got it all. Looks of it. Fantastic. So now we bring over the hat colors. It's important that these colors stay consistent. Especially this blue. And then, I don't know, we'll just do some bullshit dark gray. And there we go. That is a thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead and save that. So, folder, the first one was Derek Souls, then Derek Souls 2, spelled T-U-E, so now we have Derek Souls 3. And just like with the 3D Dot Game Heroes before it, save it in both Clip Studio and PNG, and make 5 of them. Since I have it open and I know I'm going to need these, may as well just do it right now. Frankly, I think this is a thing of beauty. It's wonderfully cursed, beautifully off-model. Shows off a slender figure that I've never had. God, I can't stop looking at it. It's mesmerizing. Alright. So now we can move on to other things, because that is my, that's my work done. Yeah, I just need to upload a week's worth of VODs, and I'll be caught up on, things I fell behind on. That being said, clean this up, because I'm done drawing me for the day. Time to move on to a bit of tomfoolery, shenaniganry fan art. So, some people here may know him, some people won't. I don't know who pays attention to what people on Twitch or YouTube. But good old Randon Nuring. I have drawn a few things of art of good old Orc Boy here. So just to give a quick overview of the ones that I have done of this man. So first off, I always steal the colors from his official reference sheet here, because the colors are conveniently right here. So I would be a fool to not just take them. Plus, I keep this open as just kind of a reference to make sure that I don't forget anything. Because there's deceptively a lot to Mr. Nuring here. No text. Because, like, hey, he's green, he's got the pointy ears, he's got the glasses, he's got the big nose and the tusks. But then he has, like, swept back hair, and then just the tuft in the middle here that is kind of a pinkish red. I've never bothered drawing the pocket on his shirt. I draw his collar, though. I've never drawn his pants, though. Dude Man I always draw as, like, a ball. He's just a white office shirt ball with some stick limbs sticking out. This little face. Yeah, because fuck drawing a bike over and over again. Anyway, that's the reference sheet I go off of here, primarily to yank the correct colors. So, a quick overview of the art of this man that I have done before. It is all in reference like, everything I've done is in reference to something he has said on a stream. In fact, they all include a quote that I have wonderfully taken out of context. The very first one was something very basic. Just a nice portrait that contains some words of wisdom from Orc Grandpa. And yes, as Seishun pointed out before, in lieu of drawing a bike, I just wrote bike over and over again on his tie. This is a joke that I would continue going on doing with things that are too complicated for me to want to draw on a stupid little art. And then this, I actually made a couple mistakes here that I eventually fixed with later arts. He's supposed to have stubble, and he's supposed to have a scar on his eyebrow here, and I completely missed those. Second one was a bit more complicated. He's riding a bike made of words past a wildfire. And we see the full body. Actually, I did draw his pocket, didn't I? Huh. I forgot about that. This is the only one that I didn't, like, completely draw everything for. Like, I took that background from, I think that's a Getty Images background. Next one. He's naked in the Thunderdome fighting a chimpanzee. Fuck drawing an audience. Fuck drawing an actual chimpanzee. And, I mean, there he is. All in all, I tried to get him as close to a, like, caveman SpongeBob aesthetic as I could. Man, this would be a really good time for someone else to raid in, I just realized. So let's quickly move on. I had the idea to draw him drinking tea, because Mr. Nuring likes his tea. I had two ideas of how to draw him drinking tea. This was the first one, where it's doing, like, the really long, like, with the kissy lips. And then the next one was the other idea, where he's doing the bottom jaw comes out and he's just pouring it straight into the bottom of his mouth. I'm not sure which one I like more. They're both quite good, I think. And then this was the final one that I've drawn of this regular series here, where it's based off of a story that he told about how when he was a kid, he lived in a place that didn't have snow, but they had orange trees in every yard, and he, as a kid, with a bunch of the neighborhood kids, got the idea, hey, we can't have a snowball fight, but we have all these oranges around. Let's have an orange fight. Yeah, good job, kids. Then there were a couple others that don't really fit into this series because there's not really a quote from him, but more so things that I just wanted to draw. They're both Simpsons references too. I drew this one where it's a reference to that bit in what's that episode name? Some amount of short films about Springfield. 22 short films about Springfield. And this is the segment with Nelson where he's just laughing at everyone, and then the it's actually the episode where Steamed Hams comes from as well. but it's the here we go. The bit where Nelson laughs at the tall guy and he makes him march in front of his car because he's tired of him laughing at everyone. Just, hey everyone, it's that boy who laughs at everyone. Let's laugh at him. I threw in some cameos here of Professor Lando, Connor, Blake, and Dr. Hakase, along with a tweet from Randon that was definitely appropriate for this whole thing. The last one is, again, from the same episode, when Mr. Nuring played 2 different games featuring a watermelon that were not the watermelon game. I'm actually rather proud of this one. Either way, today's inspiration is it's gonna be completely different from those. He was playing Fear and Hunger 2 before. It is an RPG Maker game that kind of interesting. You apparently got to install a censorship mod onto it if you want to stream it and not have your VODs go bye-bye and you get in trouble with John Twitch and not Susan YouTube, but you know who. There's a lot of penises, apparently. So I took a screenshot of the character here, and I wrote down the quote that I was going to be working with here. There was a character that had a bit of dialogue where they say, "I see how you look at me, like I'm unhinged." And I immediately thought, yes, I need to draw something appropriate for Randon with this. So this character here. I'm actually gonna see if I can possibly find anything else of them. If not, then this screenshot will just have to suffice. But today we are drawing Mr. Randon as this character, along with the quote. So let me have a quick... I'm actually going to go look up his video real quick. Do this tab here. I will not have sound of other people's videos on my stream. I want to see if I can find anything else with this character, if there's any more arts or anything like that of them that might be easier to go off of. Was it not? I think it might be this episode. Oof. Yeah, congratulations, Vite. You have decided that you're going to scrub through a 4-hour-long live stream looking for a 5-minute bit. This is possibly the dumbest thing I've ever done on stream. Okay, that enemy the censorship mod didn't even fix. That enemy's just straight up a penis. Ah, here we go. Yes, this is them exactly. That's a bit more clear on the art side. So I'm actually gonna have to have these open on my other monitor for references. So that's the pose. That's a better look at the sprite. And that's a in-battle portrait of the character, which is probably going to give us our most detailed look. Trying to determine here these, just because I'm looking over the outfit here. Those socks, not before they're kind of like, the socks look like they end basically where the dress ends. If I'm seeing this. Okay. So here. I just need to save these references real quick. That way I can just flip through them. Okay. Figure this window so I can see chat. There, now I can have a look at these references, zoom in all I need. Alright. So we start fresh. I might need to do bigger than that. I have often drawn using like a ridiculously big canvas, and then I just size it down once I'm done. So that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing here. All right. And I need off on the side here. I'm going to start with just drawing his face. I am going to need to make sure to give this a background. I wanted to see if I could get an actual text box in the style that the game uses. But I don't think I'm going to be able to just pull that out of my ass. Now I'm seeing the poses kind of like a, pose here is just a straight on thing. The head's turned a little. So if I draw the head facing like that way. Like that. Of course, it doesn't need to match 100%. Well, let's get started by just getting started. Shut out that far. Up. Not quite. Kind of like that. Of course. Tusk 1 and Tusk 2. I think I'm drawing this too big, actually. Go a little less crazy. A little bigger. And I'm very much a person who just draws things out. Mouth is too. So for better or for worse, if I need to redo things, I'll have to toss out a whole goddamn drawing, but hey. What am I doing? maybe not quite an angle with that tusk. A little more straight. Yeah, like that. Then do I? Oh, I could probably imitate her hair, huh? Very straight looking hair. All right, yeah. So, not gonna have that, but I'll just draw over it, through it. So the hair, very straight and then very round on top. Just straight. So not gonna cover the eyes though. Like that. Get rid of the edge. Yep. Kind of horrifying like that, yeah. This might be a little too straight now. Oh dear. Now let's redo. Kind of got that friar look right now. While I make this hair long. That's a little less straight. Okay. I'll just make this bit of hair will be the reddish pink bit. On there. The glasses. Nice. close to the nose. Frame these. Okay. Then eyebrows. Actually have this whole thing up a little too high. Then again, I suppose I am covering the forehead hair, so it's gonna look weird. Alright, screw it. Lock in those eyebrows. Still do my things like that. Ear. Gold orc ear. That. Nothing fancy. Inner ear there. Jaw there. Silly. So goddamn silly right now. Not the greatest orc I've ever drawn, but it is an orc I have drawn. I'm noticing this girl definitely keeps her hair behind her ears. Or at least one of them. So there's gonna be like hair length going down here. Should be a little visible like back here. Horrifying. Truly horrifying. I think I'm good to draw his collar like I used. Also wearing a collar. Like that. goes back there. Then instead of his usual tie, there is that, like... It's a... Not a bow tie, but it's a tie that's a bow. Actually, not 100% sure the right way to draw that. There we go. I zoom in on this. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what she got going there. All right. I'll give it the usual, like, I always draw random with a sloppy tie. Even though I don't... Being completely honest, at least in his reference sheet, his tie isn't that messy. It's, off balance for sure, but not that bad. Perhaps I'm a little hard on the old man. Goes into a shape like that, and then comes out. Comes out like that. So there's ribbons that go down. Well, it's black, so fuck it, that line can stay like that. Just... Yeah, why not? God, that looks awful. We're doing space-wise. We're doing fine. Okay, so actually need to maintain the orb shape. So actually be all the hair we see. I will admit, drawing him like a ball like this makes it seem like he might be fat. And maybe that's a little unfair on my part, because he's definitely not. He's just a big guy. I've drawn him like kind of like that, like in the car picture. It's all in good fun. Hee-ha-ha. That. Maybe for the sake of this. That. I will be draping the dress over that too. So. But come to think of it, it's not going to be... Well, I suppose I can still do the stick arms. Get away with the pose. Generally how it is. But the dress... I think I generally make his arms thicker, but I forget by how much. How big are you? That one. How thick are you? Are you 50? Or are you 20? Ooh, I think you're... Okay. The arms are 20, okay. So... the pose is just... kind of like that. Yeah, like that. Heck, I think I'm willing to keep that. Dress. Kind of like... Maybe just do something like that. No, because there's got to be... Hold on. Off of the collar, it's like that. And then the dress goes off. Very basic. Back here. Should at least be sleeves done properly. Gonna be all right. I don't think it looks cool. If I just keep going, it'll eventually look right. They're also kind of bunched up here. Frankly, it's just gonna have to do. So I draw the shoes. I haven't drawn them in shoes before. Why start now? So that's gonna be about it. Obviously, we need to get the colors on here, and obviously everything is not gonna just be black. Be a little hard to discern things if that were the case. Now he's looking an awful lot like Homer wearing a muumuu. That's beautiful, actually. I'm willing to sign off on this. That's great. Actually, her hair does come down like in front of one shoulder. I think that's gonna have to be this one over here. You know, draw it with the drawn with the eraser as you do. That's the hair. And just like with the drawings of me, once the line art is done, which I would call that done, that means we're almost done. That great? That. Oh, right. I need to include the stubble. How could I have forgotten? Get ready, kids. For Vite Heights patented click everywhere randomly to give the Orc Man stubble. And try your damnedest to make it not look like you're going in a pattern, even though you totally are. Are there tools that could make this easier? Probably. I know they exist. Oh. Do I even really care all that much? Not really. Because art isn't always about doing the sensible thing or the efficient thing. Sometimes art is randomly placing a whole bunch of 3-pixel wide stubble on an orc man wearing a dress and a wig. There was something else, right? Yeah, those little 3... And then I add the scar at the end. You know what I need to do? I need to save. Alright. Now, colors. Yes, I'm a madman. I use 2 layers for everything. Fucking sue me. I think I actually made the tusks too big in this one. But, oh well. Sure, I get all the nooks and crannies. The stubble didn't screw anything up. I think I can just go ahead and use the normal shirt color that I normally use for him. Without issue. As well as his actual hair color. That everything's kosher. Gray pixels aren't left undone. It's ridiculous and I love it. Alright. In fact, I'll even make the tie his tie color. So it's just a little more him. Good here. Oh, right, the collar. Has to be that color too. And so then we come to the dress. I will just go ahead and borrow a gray from. Why don't I? All that up. It is a different gray than the hair. Well, the hair is black, sort of. All right. It's a thing of beauty. Now we just need a suitable background to on this, and we can file it away. I say that like background is, you know, the easy part. Let's see. Probably just use a background from the game. Be fine. But what sort of background do you use? I don't think I'm going to be able to get the exact one that's in the scene that this is. Especially since I don't really know which scene it is. I just remember it's an interior. That's the only thing I can remember about the scene. So, like... God, that's the size the backgrounds are. Is that transparent? All I can say there is oof. I mean, it makes sense. It's an RPG Maker game. It makes sense that the backgrounds would be teeny tiny. Here, what I'm gonna do now... I'm gonna separate this. Do its own thing. I need a suitable background to put this on. Backgrounds are all very teeny tiny small. So here, what if I like... What are we doing here? It still just wants to post a background. There we go. And then we gotta scale him down. God, can't see his goddamn arm for the... Yeah. The room is too dark. The game is too evil. Alright. Look at me, I made this on an Apple computer. Rather, an apple performa. Look at that dithering. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a brighter background, I think. I don't want to make it so small either. I'd rather adapt the background to this than this to the background. No? Maybe I just do something like a solid color background and forget doing anything specific here. I still need the text box. Lighter color layer with low transparency over the background itself. Yeah, I suppose would, but look at that Pooh Brown. If I could just get the, I mean, it's not too different from a standard RPG Maker text box. It's just that they have a specific thing. Would you look at that? I managed to find the exact scene by looking for an example of what the text boxes look like. The exact scene. But, like, it's a very standard sort of RPG Maker text box, but then there's this to denote who is talking. And that's not something I'm going to be able to mimic easily, so I'm probably not even going to try. Here's the thing. The easiest way for me to mimic that would be if I could go in-game and name a character Brandon. And then copy that and put it over here with a text box of my own. Like here. But the problem with that is I don't own the game. I can't get that myself. So I suppose it's either forget about it or see if there's somebody else out there who is willing to, like, someone else that has the game that's willing to grab that for me. But if that's the case, I would have to wait for that to call this art finished. Seth, I'm talking about the game Fear and Hunger 2. It's where this screenshot comes from. It's where the inspiration for this drawing has come from. Because I'm drawing this streamer as this character. But yeah, no. Fear and Hunger Termina, I think, is specifically what it's called. I don't think 2 is actually in the title. But yeah, if the best case scenario would be is if I could have somebody who owns the game already go in, start a file, name a character random, and send me the way the text box looks. But I wouldn't be able to finish this within this stream if I did, so I'm not going to bother with that. I think instead we're going to be taking this. Let's just make a simple text box. Probably put it around the middle here. I'm gonna do another background here. Some kind of a shitty gradient. Wow, look at that. Actually, if I just do the paste, that's a little too dark. Look at that black. All right. Probably lower the opacity. That's a bit better. Yeah, that can do. At least something like that. Then I need to find the I can never locate a goddamn shape tool. Do that. Ba-bam! In fact, I might just do that. Or red? Like... angry? Like that? Alright. Balloon. Sort of what I'm looking for. Balloon pen. This is the shape. Oh, hello. Not really. It should be said again that I only sort of know how to drive this car, so y'all are gonna have to bear with me. Must bear with the bear. I mean, always just fill in there. You select it. Do that. And bam, it's a text box. So the names are all in all uppercase. So that is not the fonts we're going to be using. Any font experts? What does that look like? Looks pretty basic to me. It's not so close together like that. Kind of close together. Very standard looking. There's also white with a black edge. I didn't have it highlighted. That's totally Comic Sans. Courier? That actually doesn't look bad. And this would just have to be a different font. I don't have any super fancy cursive fonts installed by default, do I? Maybe the joke is that it's Comic Sans. No, there's absolutely no font like that installed already. I have to go out of my way for that too. Let's just pick one where the art... Actually, let's do that. Yeah, like that. That'll work. Then I have the direct quote from the character here. I'm gonna be using Simpson font. But we just go with Courier New. What does text look like? Kind of a fat text, actually. Oh, and there's quotation marks. Okay. I didn't realize that. So yeah, it's kind of a wider, more fat font. No way in hell I'm gonna get the exact one, but use impact. Like I'm making a goddamn meme. You know what? We'll go with veranda. Like, ba-bam. Uh-oh. Oh. I went to save and my screen went black. That's an interesting turn of events. Maybe make this a little small. That. And move it all right there. I think I'm willing to call that. I'm willing to call that an art. So I think I'll go ahead and post that one up. And we'll call it a night there, folks. I think I'll call that a successful first art stream. I'll definitely continue doing more of these. It will be my my Tuesday slot for the foreseeable future. I've been thinking of doing themes. So like go through more than one drawing in a stream and then just sort of do a theme. And I think the first one I'm gonna go with for next time is that since I've started putting myself out there a bit more in some other communities, I have found that there are a surprisingly large amount of other bear VTubers out there. So I think that is the theme I want to go with next time, is art of the bear VTubers that I have met since I started streaming. But anyway, that is going to be it for tonight. I actually kind of like this. It was a nice change of pace. So my next stream, actually something I've been wanting to do, and I guess I can go ahead and start that now, is at the end of my streams, instead of just going, like, saying the schedule out loud, like, actually bring the schedule up so it can be seen. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. So this is my current schedule. this is today's stream. The next stream that is definitely going to happen is going to be Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific. Going to be continuing 3D Game Heroes. It's possible that tomorrow or Thursday or whatever that I will stream more Dark Souls 2. Those just happen when I have time, which I find I often do, so look forward to that. And then Saturday, going to be continuing Oblivion after taking a week off from that. But anyway, thank you all for coming to watch. I hope that this was enjoyable. I enjoyed doing it, but I'm just, you know, I'm just the stupid bear here that's showing you his stupid art. But yeah. Let's see. Not anyone I want to raid into at the moment, from the looks of it. There's someone I would normally raid into, but he's playing a game that I don't want spoils for, so I guess I'll just leave off there. So thanks again, everyone who came to watch. I really appreciate it. And have a good rest of your evening, and I hope to see you next time. I don't have a different ending screen made for these yet, so it's still going to be the standard one with the loud music. But I think I liked the other loading screen I came up with. I think I'll keep that, if not revamp it a little bit. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. Have a good evening, folks. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.